The Library of Congress is a wonderful site to look for family history information. There's so much to explore, and it's really fun when you find images of some of your relatives. I hope you will find this short video informative and that you will give it a try. Here is the website for the Library of Congress. This search bar is the key to finding many resources. Okay, let's get started with the Library of Congress. We're going to use the search bar here, and I'm going to type in one of my ancestors, my grandmother's maiden name, Kephart. Make sure you spell it correctly, because on one search I didn't, and it says it came up with nothing. They lived in Hardin, Montana. So I have typed that in. I'm going to do a search. Now I got really lucky on this first one. I'm going to click on this, and it comes up and says there are 12 images in sequence. So as far as I know, you have to search each one of those images. On this one I got really lucky because it came up first. So right here is a plus sign. So I am going to increase the size, and now I'm going to decrease it a little bit. I want to see the whole thing. Actually, let's go ahead so you can see it. This is my grandmother's brother, and it's the wedding announcement in the paper. Now if I decide I want to make a copy of this, I want a picture of it, I want to get the whole thing, so I got it there, and then they offer this clipping tool. So you say clip, when it's blue like that, you just come over here and pull and drag this to where you want it to be. And I got lucky because it has all the information up here of the time and the date and the name of the newspaper. And then I say clip the image, and it brings it up to here. And now I have the opportunity here to print this page, download this image, or share it. So I am going to download it. And now I should have that in my downloads. Now if you don't want to do that, I also use, down here I use the snipping tool. I can use that, or if you do on my computer, that little Windows Shift and S. So I'm going to do that. It's just like the snipping tool, and then I can do the same thing. And I have it, and then I click here, and it allows me to save this document. It says to print it up here, and I will just put it in the downloads for right now. And I will change the name of this to Kenneth Kephart Wedding Announcement, and save it. So either way, you can do either of those. Now let's see if I can find it. I had it up here. Nope. Alright, I'm just going to go here and start a new family search page. I think I'm always ready, but sometimes I'm not. So recent, I did recently go to Kenneth, I think. So there he is. And I now want to upload this to his memories. So I go over here to memories. Give me a second here to find it in my downloads. So here's my downloads. So I can take this right here, and I can just drag it over here. And now it's processing this. It says it has successfully uploaded it, so I want to change the title on it. So I click on it, and I want to edit the title, and I will just put in space there, and I will type this out. Wedding announcement. And description, I will say found online in at the Library of Congress. Now I can, let me move this out of the way. I can take this URL, copy that, bring this back over here, and I can then put in that URL there and then save that and save the title, and now I have that uploaded. So click the image to tag. So I want to actually just tag this so it's easier for everybody to find that, and I will say save so that they can see when it comes to that, that's the article there. Now I could have put this in another program and outlined it in red so that it was easy for people to find, but I'm going to leave it that way. So like I said, I was very lucky to find that on the very first page. So that is my first find on the Library of Congress. All right, I want to continue. I went back to this page where we had the results from Kephart, Hardin, Montana. We're going to look at the second paper. We're going to go here, and again, I got pretty lucky on this one. Here's the first page. Let me go back. One thing I wanted to tell you is if you do have to look, there's 12 pages. You can quickly look at this. This is all advertising, so you really don't need to look at that page or image 6 or 7. So you can kind of get a look at these different pages, and you can not have to look at every single page. I'm going to go to the first page because that's where you start, and again, I got really lucky. I saw right here, services for Mrs. Kephart here, Saturday. So I needed to be able to read it, so I bring it up here and I see that it's an obituary, that she has passed away. And this is for Mabel Thelma Kephart, 42, who died suddenly on Tuesday evening of a cerebral hemorrhage. So I want to make a copy of this, and I am going to use that little Windows Shift S. Now this one I do not have. I can copy this whole article right here. But like in the first one, I couldn't get all of this information on it up here. So I am going to bring my family search over here. Actually, let me just bring this and put it on here. That way I can go back and forth. Alright, this is his wife. So here's Mabel. I'm going to go to her person and go to memories. And again, let me get my... Oh, I didn't save it. When you do what I just did, there's the Kenneth one. So let me go back here. Sorry about that. I need to copy it again because I didn't save it off. So let me blow it up again. Get the services, there's the whole obituary. And now it comes up and I have to click here. And if you don't do it fast enough, it goes away. Oh, there it was. I guess I did have it. But so I'm going to save it, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in my downloads. And I'll say Mabel Kephart obituary and save it, and I can get rid of these. Okay, so let me go over here to Mabel, and now it's here, and now I can just take that obituary and drag it over here. One file uploaded, so it didn't take long to upload it, and I click on it. And again, I want to change the title, put some spaces in there, and spell obituary out. And I can maybe put 1859. Whoops, not 1959. See if I can get it right. Sometimes it helps to have a date. Now, let me bring my, let me go over here. And on this one, so it's the Hardin Tribune, Thursday, September the 3rd. So I'm going to write that down so I can remember, because 1959, and the Hardin Tribune Herald. And then I will go back over here to Thelma, Mabel Thelma. I think she went by Thelma. That's what comes to my mind. Okay, so add description, and I will type in newspaper, the Hardin Tribune Herald, and it's giving me a red line because I don't have that capitalized, and comma, Thursday, September 3rd, 1959. And then I will put down here, found on Library of Congress website. And then I can go back here again and copy the URL and type that, or copy that in and save. So that gives me the information on where I got this article from. Now, one thing I didn't show you before is down at the bottom of this article, it tells she was married to Kenneth Kephart in Billings, and Mr. Kephart passed away April of 1955. So his name is mentioned in this, so I want to put this image on his, have him tagged in that also. So I can go back here to Mabel, go to her details, and then I'm going to go down to Kenneth. And I go to memories, and I say add a memory from my file, from your gallery, because that picture has been uploaded in my gallery. So I am going to click on that right there. There's, you see that, and it says import it. So now that obituary that has his name in it is on his page also. So actually I could go back here, go to Mabel, maybe I should have done this first, and go to her memories, and I can say add a memory from the file, from my gallery, and I can put this in because that was their wedding announcement, import. And now that also comes up under her name. There was something else I just thought that I should show you, but I can't remember, so I will probably do another video and add it to this if I can remember what it was to show you on there. Anyways, that's how you can get the information off of any website and share it there, but you need to make sure you tell people where that information came from. So I will continue. I want to show you a few other things that you can find on the Library of Congress, but that is where I wanted to start. Alright, after doing those other little videos about the Kepharts, I got in and I was looking at some things and figured out how to search. So I just want to show you that. I'm just going to put in Skaggs, Morgan, Indiana. See if I can find anything about my family that's in there and do a search. Actually, this was not my direct family. It is part of the Skaggs family. I think this was the one. I'm going to click on it that I found. 8 images, and one of the things I wanted to point out is down here it tells you the title of the document, University of Tennessee, place of publication, Anyways, it gives you the information about it and also collections that it happens to be in. And here is the date. So if that's kind of important to look at that information, but let's go ahead and view this. And I'm going to click here on this first one. And I found two things. One, if you click here, you can do a search on this with Control F, and I'm just going to say income because I see that word, and you can see that it will find it. This has it printed, so if for some reason you can't read this, you can read it over here with the text. But if I click on PDF, there's this little magnifying glass to search. So if I click there, and I have typed in, I've been searching for some of my family, I'm going to click on Skaggs. Okay. And so what I found is it says this phrase is not found, so you have to still go page by page. Same with the image with text, you have to do that. But at least you don't have to try to find it like I was by looking at it myself. So we can click here, you can do this and go to page 2 and say go. It will take you to page 2, and then you have to do the same thing. And when you click in here, if you've already typed it, it comes up not found. Or we can go to this, just go to the next page, and we'll do this and do Skaggs again. Still not found. We'll go to the next page. Skaggs. And now it says there's one of 2 matches. And to help me find it, I will say match, or highlight, sorry. And there it is right there. So then I can blow it up, make it bigger. There we go. Newburn, Don Skaggs, son of the M.T.E.J.M. Skaggs. Oh, I bet that's late. Late J.M. Skaggs of Dyer County is dead in France as a result of an airplane accident. So I'm not going to show you how to do it. Well, you can do this, download a PDF. Now I tried this earlier with image. Let me try with, it says go, and then it brings it up over here. And here we can download it. Now I did it with another image and it didn't actually have that, but I can download the whole page if I want to. Or you can print it and save it as a PDF. Okay. I think that's what I wanted to show you on here. So I will stop again for a minute and come back. Right, to end this video, I want to show you 2 other things. I am going to do a series on newspapers, and right here, if you do digital collections, it has things about newspapers. This chronicling America, that one is about newspapers, but I'm going to do that on another video. Let's go back here, and just in case you're in the area for the Library of Congress, you can go to this page, and I'm not going to go over this, but it gives you the hours. Know before you go. Here's a page that you can look at to give you ideas of what you need to do. They have maps and floor plans. Anyway, so just look through this, activities for kids and families. So I hope this has been helpful. It was pretty simple, but hopefully you can find something about your family at the Library of Congress online. Thanks for watching. Happy hunting!